My friend said she liked it, but I'm just like,
Mm,
yeah, I don't know if I really want to waste my time with that.
I don't know. Is it all trap or just some of it?
Like I said, I didn't hear the whole album. I just heard like
Right.
bits and pieces. So now I heard Griselda is making a movie.
Yeah, the movie done. The soundtrack coming out in January. Cause they showed the trailer like over the summer last year. So the movie done. But I mean that's probably gonna be on streaming because I don't see that coming into the theater.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You
yeah, man. A lot of shit is happening right now. I was just reading up about Lizzo saying she
know?
doesn't like her body or stuff like that. I don't know.
She don't like her body, but she twerks every chance she get. So I don't get that.
Yeah, she was crying on Instagram Live, like I think yesterday or some shit.
Um,
I
People will
mean,
do anything.
when weren't you the
Anything.
one who was showing your ass?
Exactly. You showing that people that don't like their body not gonna be twerking at a Lakers game.
Right.
That makes no sense. Maybe she was having a nervous breakdown or something. I don't like my body, but I'm gonna be showing you're gonna be showing your big ass all across America. You know what I'm saying? I never met a big woman that said I don't like my body, but still she's showing her ass in public. That doesn't make sense.
That's funny. I'm not like the biggest Lizzo fan like that, but still.
I did like her album. My album was good, and I felt like she got beat up by Billie Eilish, and I don't think that was right last year.
Billie Eilish.
Yes, Billy, and I heard Billie Eilish album. It was decent. I'm like, but it wasn't better than Lizzo's album to me. I felt like Lizzo's album had more, impactful songs and it was a fun album to listen to.
Yeah, man. Lizzo, man. I just like it when she be pulling out that fucking flute. What was that one song she had like? Dun, 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 dun,
Um,
dun.
what's the name of that joint? Forgot the name of that shit. It's coming. My mind is blank right now. But that was a great album. I'm like Billie Eilish. Come
I'm sorry, but Lizzo's not really a cute big girl to me. I'm sorry.
on. She is what a big girl loves. She's too big for me. Like there's a certain weight limit I like. Like she's just too big for me. And for you to be like, oh, I don't, she don't like her body, but she's twerking every damn place. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either. Where's the logic in that?
Hold on, I'll be back.
All right. Wine, 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 wine.
Yeah, but it was a good album. I actually have the album. The album is good. Um, I just felt like the Grammys just made a. I don't even want to talk about the Grammys. I had a big rant already about that. I just felt like the Grammys just highlighted Billie Eilish last year to put her in all the major categories and have her win. And I felt like I'm like her album is not better than Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Lizzo, the fact that she can sing and rap and play the flute, I thought that's something different that we haven't seen, especially now in this era. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I like her artistry. Like all the other stuff that she's doing, I don't care for, but her music was good. I'm like, well, this woman should have won for album of the year last. I just felt like her album was good.
It's because she's a big girl in black.
Right, exactly.
But
And when was
if
the
it was
last time she
Adele,
did that?
but look at Adele and shit before she lost all that fucking weight.
Right. I like Adele is a good singer. I'm not a big fan of Adele, but I like her singing and I like some of her songs. But even with Adele, like she lost a lot of weight. She don't look how she do, back in the past. Like she lost like tons of weight. You know what I'm saying? But Lizzo, like for her size, and she was telling big girls that like love your size and love how God created you. I think that's what they need to hear. There's a lot of big women that don't like how they look. You know what I'm saying? They want to change how they look and love who you look, how you look, whether you're skinny or fat or in between, whatever.
Right.
Billie Eilish is not gonna sing no song like that for you.
Billie Eilish to me, she falls more of that Elton John, David Bowie lane.
No, she's more like depression. Her music is depression. I don't want to say the subject matter is depression because went through that. She went through being depressed and you know um like she's a big star now. She still lives at home with her parents and her brother. I believe her brother is her producer.
Yeah.
And he won some awards last year for for her album. And, you know what I'm saying? And she's still a teenager, so it's like I don't get Bowie vibes from her at all.
I mean more with image and
Oh,
stuff like that. Not like content,
right,
image wise. Because
right,
Bowie was out there with his Ziggy
right.
Stardust shit.
Mhm. And he was depressed and on drugs and all that.
Yeah, he was depressed for a while. He was on drugs for a while, but he kicked that habit. Let's thank God.
Right. Yeah, and I think she's still young. Like her people around her have to keep her level headed so that she don't do nothing dumb. And I think she'll get over that stuff.
Right. I didn't know she was. Wait, yeah, oh yeah, she is a teenager because
Yeah,
she said Drake was trying to holler at her or some bullshit.
that's what I heard.
But at the same time, we not talking about Drake and shit. But okay, you know what?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, she have her whole career ahead of her. You know, I think it's harder for celebrities like that when they young and then their whole life changes overnight and they can't go to the mall no more by themselves.
Right.
Justin Bieber, I remember Justin Bieber said that like when he was young and he got real famous and he couldn't go to the mall no more by himself because it was like a whole mob of people waiting for him. You know,
Oh yeah, the same Justin Bieber that's mad
hmm
that the album's not nominated with best R&B album and shit.
Oh, his album?
Yeah, he got mad because since he got signed to Def Jam, he thought his album was gonna get nominated for best R&B album. He was
Well,
nominated.
he got nominated. Oh, he got nominated for stuff, but his album has R&B elements. It's not an R&B album.
Right.
It's a pop album. The Weekend album is not a week. It's not an R&B album either. It's more pop. But he just got shut out altogether, which is crazy. You know.
And that album low key is going on me.
Yes, I love it. One of his best albums, and I don't know. I don't know if you're the Weekend. Like, what are you thinking about that? I mean, maybe he don't care. I don't know what these audience feel like when they get snubbed or whatever. But I just feel like you just got to keep doing him. Like, don't even worry about.
Yeah.
I mean, because the VMAs, they gave him all the accolades, American Music Awards, every other show. The Grammys is the one show that shut him out.
Oh, I didn't see the full Soul Train Awards winners and shit.
I didn't even watch it. I knew it came on, but I didn't see it.
Yo, I'm gonna read the list before we go
Okay,
on and shit. Because I know the Weeknd was nominated for a lot of Soul Train Awards too.
right.
Okay, perfect. We got the complete winners list. All right. So, Song of the Year, Chris Brown and Young Thug Go Crazy. Are you serious? Okay. And it's Soul Train Awards. Album of the Year, Summer Walker Over It. Video of the year, Beyonce, Brown Skin Girl. Her won Best R&B and Female. I like her, but either Janae or hell, I would even give it to Brandy because that album was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown won. What?
Chris Brown. I didn't even hear that album.
They should give that to the week. See, I feel like the media is trying to blacklist him now.
Yeah.
Chris
Yeah.
Brown again. Megan Thee Stallion won Best Rhythm and Bars for Savage. Chris Brown and Young Thug Go Crazy Best Dance Film. What? Wow. Okay. All right. See, and Tiana Taylor was nominated for that too. Okay, but okay. Brandy won Best Soul Train Certified Award. Okay. Beyonce. Wait, hold up. Okay, her I Can't Breathe Songwriter Award or some shit, and that's it. Chris Brown over. See, this is why I can't stand.
I haven't heard Chris Brown's last two albums, so I didn't even pay attention.
I'm sorry, but was that album really that good?
That Indigo, and was it Indigo? Indigo?
Cause I know he did something with Young Thug too. I'm not too sure.
He had Drake on that album. I know that, but I didn't hear that one. The one before that, was it Heartbreak on the Moon or something? I didn't hear that one.
Heartbreak on the Moon was alright. It was too
That was
damn long though. That 3-disc album.
Yeah, that was. I'm like, you ain't Prince. That I could listen to a Prince 3-disc album, not Chris Brown.
And the songs, most of the songs in the second disc sounded the same too.
A lot of his music sound the same now though, and it wasn't like that before. I'm like, I can't tell the difference with a song he does now and a song he did from 5 years ago. Like they all sound the same.
Right. Like after Look at Me Now, I just kind of
yeah. After I want to say the Royalty album, I just stopped paying attention to him.
Sure. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
All
right. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely day? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
Yep.
This is the request that you guys wanted us to do. And it is Memphis Bleek's with his second studio album with The Understanding. This came out in on 2000 in Rockefeller. Well, Get Low under Rockefeller under Def Jam. Singles album is known for My Mind Right, Is That Your Chick, The Lost Verses, and Do My. Producers include Jess Blaze, Kid Call Roots, TT Robert Shem Kirkland, DJ Twins, Jose Lace Batiste, Ed Scarosisi, Lofi, Timbaland, and Easy LP. Easy LP, very dope producer. Guest appearances, I like how it kind of kept it in-house for the most part. Yeah, Jay-Z, B. Siegel, Amil, H. Moneybags, Carl Thomas, Twista, and Missy Elliott. All right, so Memphis Bleek, he's a rapper. I believe it or not, I never really discussed that much on this channel outside of the Jay-Z albums and stuff like that. I've seen many people say he's like the best hip hop sidekick.
Is he?
Yeah, I've seen many people say that.
Hip hop sidekick. Wow.
And it's like with Memphis, I know Memphis Bleek gets a lot of flack sometimes and stuff like that because he wasn't as lyrical. I'm just gonna say he wasn't as lyrical as B. Siegel. He wasn't as lyrical as Freeway.
Right.
And controversially, he wasn't as memorable as Kanye.
Right.
But the thing that set Memphis Bleek apart was it's just that was really Jay's artist,
right,
in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, like you had Kanye, you had B. Siegel, you had all them cats and shit. But Memphis was the nigga that really was loyal to Jay.
Right.
From the get-go and stuff. And I feel like that is what really ruined his career. Because it's like he wasn't able to really find his own lane, find his own shine and stuff like that. Because let's be real, like let's take AZ for example. AZ, he was on Life's a Bitch. Very classic song off Illmatic and stuff like that. But AZ still found his own lane
Mm.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Memphis Bleek is just like, how can I put this?
There was a time when I felt like AZ was waiting around for Nas though. I felt like ever since Nas said that he wanted to do that album with him, I felt like AZ was just waiting around for Nas to come around. I'm like, AZ, you your own artist. You can't wait around for Nas to, you know what I'm saying, to put you out there on a bigger
Right.
platform.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying about that and
Yeah,
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But at the end of the day, I've never heard this album before. This is my first time hearing this album. But before that, you know how we always do.
that's,
I'm gonna ask you how you got into Memphis Bleak.
uh, it was the Reasonable Doubt joint that when he was on that album, and
Yes.
um when want to say when Hard Knock Life came out and he was on It's Alright, and then they released that as a single, and I think he killed that song, and then he was on the intro for the Hard Knock Life intro over that premiere beat, and he did his thing, and then he came out on his own with the first album. I wasn't I wasn't even a fan of of that album like that. Like I remember when it came out, but it wasn't like I didn't want to get it, and you know um just listening to him on like the Clue mixtapes for Rockefeller and like the different collabs he's done over the years with Jay and releasing albums and Jay Z being on a lot of those albums. I thought he was decent. I never felt like he was some great lyricist, or I felt like he was serviceable.
Right.
But yeah, that's always like how I looked at him. Like he was decent. He wasn't whack. He wasn't like Beans or Freeway like that. I was more into that for them. Than when Dipset came on the label. But I mean, Bleek he's decent. He's not like a superstar. Like we have to rate like superstars. Either he'll be like a second tier. He wasn't like a superstar like a LeBron. He was more like a Lou Williams or something like that.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
but he was decent. He had some decent albums, and that is how people. I never looked at him as like a hype man though. Like I
Me
felt like
neither.
he was because he was Jay Z's boy. Like he lived in the same building as Jay in Marcy Projects, and I always like Jay always looked out for him. So I felt like Jay was loyal to him. And I never looked at him as like a hype man. Like Spliff Star was a hype man, but even with Spliff, he had bars, and it's a shame that he never came out, as a solo artist. Like really, like he dropped some mixtape, but never came out fully as a solo artist. I blame Buster for that, but
Oh yeah.
um, like I look at Spliff more as a hype man than Bleek. Bleek was his own artist. He had his own label, but he just never really blew up like how Dipset did on the label or Beans, in State Property. So
True.
yeah.
Okay. Well, similarly, my introduction to Memphis Bleak was also on Coming of Age, the Jay-Z track. I love, you guys should know how much I love Reasonable Doubt, and Coming of Age was just a very masterful track. In my opinion, that's Memphis Bleak's best work was on that album. And I hate to say it because niggas don't talk about Can I Live Too.
Right.
And that beat, that fucking beat was ill as fuck. I love that track too. I think part of me actually likes that more than Can I Live One.
Mhm.
I know sacrilegious.
Right.
I know, but yeah, man. And I did hear Come to Age, the first album. With spoiler alert, I like that album. I fuck with it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people always. Where I also got more insight was when I know MTV, they did this one documentary news report on the Jay-Z and Nas beef.
Mm,
And this was like 1 year after, I think 1 or 2 years after it happened.
mm,
And what I didn't know, what really got me was the song "My Mind Right." He was throwing some subtle shots at Nas,
right.
which I'm gonna talk more about. That I don't want to talk too much about it, but at Memphis Bleek, he always said that he was the one that started the beef. Where I'm just like, nah. As much as I love Memphis, I feel like,
He said that he started the beef.
yeah, it was one bad interview he did years ago.
No, nah,
But
he ain't
personally,
fucking with Nas.
I just felt like it was because of Jay
Right.
sampling Nas's tracks
Mm,
and all that crazy shit. But I'm gonna save that for another
right.
day. But yeah, Memphis Bleak, man. For those who don't know who he is, he's a rapper, MC, born in New York City and whatnot. He was originally born in New York City. He grew up in the same, of course, the Marcy Projects as Jay Z and stuff like that. And Jay Z always took him in as his protege. And so, fast forward to '96, Rockefeller Records, happened, and Jay dropped, of course, Reasonable Doubt, which Reasonable Doubt had the song Coming of Age, like we mentioned, classic dope track right there. And
Mm,
he also appeared on other tracks, like he appeared on the Volume 2 album. Let's check It's Alright. He appeared on Volume 3. And so fast forward to '99, he dropped the debut album Coming of Age, which I like the album.
mm,
I like the album. It's not I'm sorry, but it's not a classic album. In my opinion, it's not a classic. It's just a solid, good album. Um, and I just felt like it definitely had that Rockefeller sound.
mm,
But that album kind of sparked some controversy too, because you know, Bleak threw some shots at Nas, especially on tracks like Memphis Bleak Is, which a lot of people consider that to be like a ripoff of the track Nas is like. And so the My Mind Right remix and shit like that, which I want to talk more about. And so with that album, it pretty much got him some solid sales. And 1 year later, he came out with the Understanding in like late 2000. Because Rockefeller, they always want to drop their music in the late 2000, in the Christmas time and shit like that.
yep.
So yeah, give me one second. I'm gonna get some water right quick. I'm at in the 2000s. That was also an important year for Rockefeller too,
Right.
because that was like really around the time when Jay was really trying to branch them out. Because around that time, he had B. Siegel, he had O Sparks, he had a Mill,
Mm,
of course, he had Meek Bleak too, Meek Bleak. And so yeah, man, very this is the album cover right here. We have Memphis Bleak just chilling, just posing for the camera and whatnot. So yeah, very very cool album
I
cover.
like the booklet. Like the booklet has like real pages.
Yeah,
It's like the pages are like real glossy and thick, and even on the promotional back pamphlet, like they have like albums dropping, and they have Rel Medicine, and that never came out, and
right,
Christian Soul Survivors, that never came out,
right.
and then the original title for State Property was gonna be called Get Down or Lay Down, and they changed it.
Yeah, I
That's
heard about that. I heard about that title too. Cause
that's interesting. And he mentioned, Beans mentioned that in the movie. Get down on business.
Shit, man. And I was just watching State Property the other day too.
Yes.
So
Oh, that movie.
shit. That movie is so fucking hilarious.
It
It's just
is.
the sequel
What?
sucked.
Yes, I didn't like the sequel.
Shit. So anyway, this album has about 14 tracks. Y'all should know what we about to do. Track number one, Bleak intro. Fire intro, man. That fucking beat is so dope and shit like that. Just Bleak just getting y'all ready for the album, what to expect. You know how you guys,
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a dope song. Had a nice beat, nice bass line. You got Bleak saying, "I let niggas eat, now I'm here to collect." I admit they tried, but they ain't rep correct. I thought I was dope, and that's a dope way to start off the album.
Yeah, I agree. Which leads us into the second track, Do Mine, featuring Jay-Z. Um, Pretty cool track and stuff like that. The beat, I definitely had mixed feelings on the beat, and Memphis Bleek, he actually had mixed feelings about this track because the whole beat, talking about, was a bit too commercial, a bit too polished, and stuff like that. And after he heard Jay Z spit the hook and stuff, me, that's when Bleek got the inspiration for the song. So yeah, pretty straight track.
Yeah, it's a real bouncy track. It has like a real spaced out melody, and you got Jay-Z in the background, doing his little ad libs, and I like the beat and the bass line, and Bleak saying, even if they don't make drops that kind, I tear the roof off like I'm Busta Rhymes. Love that thing.
Yeah, man, very solid joint. Which leads us into the next track, I Get High. Another solid track right here, stuff like that. Self-explanatory, just nigga want to get weeded and shit. So yeah, pretty dope track. Like it.
Yeah, this is definitely like a street nigga track, dedicated to all the smokers. And I love the chorus. You got Bleak saying I guess high rolling down the I-95. I don't ask why I love getting high while I drive. And he says you catch Bleak rolling, hey, while I'm down in the bay, hey, don't stop, a lot of blunt up for pop. So definitely a banging track. I love it. It's real melodic, and I like the bass line for that and the beat as well.
Yeah, nice track to play like in the system and stuff like that. So
So
yeah,
that's not like your go-to track when you get in high.
like I said, this is my first time I'm listening. I
Oh,
listened to the album, so
right,
I
right,
have to listen to it a couple of times and shit.
right.
Facts. But anyway, then we're gonna get into the track called "We Get Low." Another very dope, solid track, and it's kind of another song where it uses a very. See, Jeff Blaze, he talks about this track in Complex,
Mm,
where like when he was producing this track, he used a signal called the SMPTE signal, and that was what used to keep the drum machines and the MIDI gear
right.
like in line with the tape machines and stuff like that. And he used that for the keyboard and stuff. And so pretty much that's the way that he used it on a keyboard was unique and stuff like that. And Guru pretty much fixed it up and laced it up for him and shit. So lyrically this track was pretty straight. I love the line where he says, um I'm in the S5 all black, no tint, with a nice dime, all ass, no tits. Still
Yeah,
whipping the Glock, playing the block, fucking with mine, MEM, getting it hot. Like, just love the way he was flowing on that line right there. Pretty
yeah.
solid joint.
Yes, but and another solid track, nice beat. I like the horn loop on that, and it has like a real bouncy feel to it. Definitely a solid cut.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Very solid. Track number five, Change Up. Um, Pretty much, this is like This track right here was a posse between Beanie Siegel and Jay Z. Very, very dope track. It changes the. Of course, they call it change up because whenever each rapper comes on, it always switches the beat up and stuff like that. My personal opinion, I feel like B Siegel definitely did his thing on this joint right here.
Yeah.
Um, I love the line when he says, "The shit got deep right about the time when the year skipped the beat. That's when my shit hit the street. Shit gonna shake up, squad's gonna break up, coats gonna get pulled, niggas gonna wake up." Like B man.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta talk about the Becoming one day because I got
Yeah.
that album. I gotta talk about that.
Same, same. Love that.
Class, in my opinion, that is a classic album. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
care. His
I
best album.
I agree.
But yeah, man. Yeah, that song fucking change up. I mean, Bleek and Jay Z they did this thing, but around that time, no one could stop Bleek at that time.
I think on this track, Jay didn't really have like enough time to spit. Like he was at the end, and then like the beat switches up again for him. But I definitely like. I didn't like the beat switch up for Bleak or Jay, but I love the way he started with Beans, and he started it off, and he's saying everybody gonna see a chance to eat and chance the streets. You know they're gonna advance police by the time they shackle me from head to feet. So he was. That's vintage Beans right there. I like his part. Like I didn't care for Bleak and Jay's own, but it was
True, respect, respect. All right, now, my Mind Right remix featuring H Money Bags, B Siegel, and Jay Z. Oh my gosh, my Mind Right. So this track was best known for Jay Z because he threw shots at this guy from Harlem World called Mino.
oh yeah. That he was down with Harlem World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all these years, I thought he was throwing shots at Nas. All these years, but
Hmm.
from what I read about why he threw shots at him was because Mino dissed him on Dane Grease's "I'm That Nigga," which I've never heard those tracks before. So if you have knowledge on that,
Yeah.
please elaborate more.
He did Mino came out as a solo artist. He like in the 2000s, and he had a single. I forgot the name of the single. I think he was on. I believe Dame Grease had like a compilation called like Live on Lennox or something like that, and he
Okay.
was on that. I think Dame Grease did that single, and there's a video for that. And yeah, Mino was like down with Harlem World and Mace, but I didn't know it was directed to him.
Yeah, man, because I've heard so much about this track, and
Right.
I have to continue this conversation from yesterday. Jay Z always
Yeah.
going on niggas songs and dissing motherfuckers subtly and shit like that. Like especially with "Watch What You Say to Me." Um,
Right.
you had me rolling when you were talking about how this nigga was like, how dare why does people have to apologize to
Yeah, I don't because you don't hear that with nobody else. Like you know what I'm saying? If anybody else battle each other, it's a battle and then they go about their business. Not with Jay. I feel like it's almost like when he got big and blew up, the whole hip hop community look at him as like the president of hip hop or something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's Obama of hip hop. I don't understand that. And the first lady's Beyonce. So if you talk bad about her, then she gonna get you and her fan base gonna get you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what is all that?
I mean, it be like that sometimes and shit. Yeah,
It's only been that way since Jay and Beyonce got together. Before then, it was like Nas wasn't afraid of him to make ether. You know what I'm saying? You think Cannabis wasn't afraid of LL when he made Second Round Knockout? You know?
right.
So now it's like you had like Jay-Z. That's how influential Jay and Beyonce is. Is like if you're an artist and you mention a name, your career could be over because you mentioned
True, true, true.
it.
And the song's original version was on the soundtrack to the Hard Knock Life tour from DJ Clue. But the
Oh,
remix, you said what?
I don't have that one. That I forgot that Clue joint, the backstage joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Remix was pretty straight and shit like that. I,
Mm-hmm.
of course, Jay-Z, his verse was just so iconic. This nigga said,
Mm-hmm.
"Nigga, you sick frontin' like you tougher than what you are till the gun is coming through the driver's side of the car, using my name in vain like I won't damage the boy. You think niggas was shooting your fat ass out of the cannons before? Like, this was like volume 2 J and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Volume 2, volume 3, yeah, that era of J and shit, but that's that vintage J
Yeah.
right there. So I fuck with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It was dope. I didn't care for the other dude. Was it Moneybags or whatever?
Yeah,
Jake definitely had the best verse easily. He said, I'm a rich nigga. I'll get you clipped the cost right now. Family man. Look at your kids, they orphans now. Just smack rappers. I'm extorting them now. He was in his bag then. This is before Blueprint. So you know what I'm saying? Like he just took it up a notch after. But yeah, clearly the best verse was Jay on it.
I agree. Like I said, that J verse, man, like I said, that was just
Right.
vicious. He did not have to do him like that. Like that like that one Simpsons clip. I don't know if you've seen the one Simpsons clip. It's like, stop, he's already dead. This kid that's
Oh
just
Lord.
that's just how I felt.
Yeah.
Like that was just as bad as when Cameron did that Stan Smith guy in that Dear Stan.
Yeah. That was a waste. A wasted track Cam did for Stan Smith, my opinion.
What? Ah,
Stan Smith.
that was disrespect. That diss track was just.
I'm like, Stan Smith was never a threat. I'm like, come on.
He's like, remember when they used to call you Stan Ron?
Stanley.
Oh my god, this nigga's talking about Stan Ron.
Oh man.
But yeah, so we all said what we had to say about my
Yeah.
mind, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So now we're gonna get into Hustlers, and this features B Siegel. Again, another very dope track. Memphis and B Siegel like definitely have very dope chemistry with one another and whatnot. And yeah, Memphis. I actually feel like Memphis did his thing on this track. You know, I feel like he
Yes.
did the better verse.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's kind of surprising because you know how
Hmm.
he always has niggas outshining him on his own shit. No shade, but yeah, man. So I actually like this fucking track. I love the line when he says, "My niggas got cheese. You run around fronting like you niggas got keys. You never flip burgers. Your crew I ain't heard of and shit." So I like it.
I think see they were planning on doing a Beans and Bleak album and they never got a chance of doing it. But I think the stuff he's done with Beans and being around Beans, it rubbed off on him and I think he worked well with Beans.
Yes.
And this was like one of those tracks where like he held his own with Beans because Beans to me has always been the better lyricist, but he held his own with him. And I like that. And he said, I done learned from that Puffin, that Lopez shit. I ain't running in no club on some loco shit. I'm gonna catch you where you sit. Put four in your whip, catch a girl at the club, put that in your bitch. Fire. I like the beat and the hi hats on there and you got like the little choir like singing loop. That was dope.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Definitely a very hot song and shit. Then we're gonna get into all types of shit. This song was okay.
Right.
Um, this was the B side to the "Is That Your Chick," which I kind of felt like you can really. It definitely had that B side quality and stuff like
Right.
that. You know,
Right.
I don't dislike it, but it's an okay track.
Yeah, it's okay. I like the beat. I like the guitar loop on it. The bass line was cool.
True. Which brings us to PYT featuring Jay Z and a Mill. All right, just to let y'all know, this is not a cover of the Michael Jackson classic PYT.
Totally different one.
Total, totally different. Like
Mm.
if you guys remember that one Def Comedy Jam skit with I want to say Chris Tucker was talking about Michael Jackson as a pimp. That's pretty much what this song. Imagine that skit as a song.
Hmm.
Oh my fucking god! I mean, this is another track I have mixed feelings about. I
Yeah.
mean, ah, like I get what he's trying to do. He's talking about it's his version of Around the Way Girl. It's like I
Right.
want a ghetto chick, I want a good guy.
Mm,
But the fucking chorus, like she's my pretty young thing, I let her ride with me. She's my pretty young.
right.
I hate the chorus.
Yeah.
Um, then
A mil- a million.
you know how I feel about Tupac and the Outlaws. How I feel like there's certain songs I don't feel like the Outlaws belonged in. That's the same way I feel about Emil.
Mm,
Her career was successful. Anyway, yeah. I mean, if you guys like this kind of shit, I mean, it's cool. Like I said, I don't dislike it, but it's like I have mixed feelings on it.
I didn't care for the track. It sounds outdated. Um, that's a song that I could have heard on a Mills album. You know, like it fit on her album too, but I didn't think it was a great collab. You
Yeah,
know,
I didn't think it was a good collab either.
yeah.
Shit, I'm hoping this nigga Lil Flip's ass. Then we're gonna get into Bounce
Bounce.
Bitch. Ugh, another track I really did not care for.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
It you can tell he was trying to go for that southern hip
Hmm.
hop because around that time, it was about that jiggy
Yeah,
shit. And the southern hip hop you had like Trick Daddies and
right,
what was that boy's name? That one boy's name. Jermaine Dupri's and shit like that.
right.
So everybody was just bouncing and stuff like that. I ain't care for that. Like nigga.
Yeah, but that was the thing. It was like a lot of East Coast MCs was trying to do what the South did. Jada and Fab and Fat Joe and Bleek and it was 50
Right.
trend, the
And
new wave to ride and
and it's kind of crazy how he mentioned the South because ironically, if it wasn't for the Juvenile High remix with Jay-Z, a lot of East Coast niggas won't be like doing some songs with the South and shit.
yeah, I would say, look, Rockefeller trying to Rock Nation trying to cut me off, yo. I don't Jay-Z trying to cut me off here. I don't think it was a good song, man. That's my opinion.
Oh shit, watch out. You don't want niggas throwing Memphis
Yeah,
Bleak CDs at your ass and shit.
for real.
Yeah. Anyway, track number 11, They'll Never Play Me. Yeah, this track was another solid track right here. What I liked about this track right here is it definitely took us to like vintage Memphis Bleak and stuff like that. Just talking about like niggas who love you one minute and the next thing you know they want to plot your downfall. Very, very, very dope beat from Just Blaze. This was Just Blaze when he was just getting up there, the Rockefeller
Right,
crew and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So salute to this track.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. It had a real bouncy track. I liked the beat. Bass line was dope. It had like a real southern vibe to it. And even Bleak was like displaying like a different flow on the song. And he's saying, this is rock lock familiar. No one down with us. No one rock with us. No one side with us. Like that joint. And definitely a banger on it.
Yeah, very banging track. Um, which brings us into Is That Your Chick with the Lost Verses? Now I talked about this song when I reviewed the volume 3 like 2 years ago. I
Is
didn't
that,
really
is that
care.
track 12? I thought that was every day. Track 12 is every day.
Wait, track 12. Oh shit, damn. I skipped every day. Oops. My fault. All right, every day. This track was a pretty straight track, you know what I'm saying? Pretty okay. It features Carl Thomas, Um, then I don't really care for this track. I'm sorry. I don't really care for this
I
track.
thought it was cool. Easy LP produced it. I think it was a different beat for him, and I like I always think Carl Thomas is underrated as a singer. And Bleak says it be drop Z3 me 1 freak Bleak 2 heats. I thought it was a nice little collab. Not really nothing that stood out on this album.
I feel you. I just felt like it was a quintessential hey, the thugs need love too, so let me just do a song
Right,
as R&B singer.
right.
I just feel like the 2000s.
Hmm.
I feel like the Ja Rules and the excuse me,
Right.
and even the Jay Z, they always have to have that one R&B try to show them, oh, we have a soft side. It's not all about streets and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Looking back now, it's just kind of cringy, like mesmerized. Oh my god,
I love Mesmerizer.
shit. To each his own, my friend. But then we want to get into is that you chick the Lost Verses with Twista and Missy Elliott. Now I've talked about this track when I reviewed the Volume 3 album. I don't really care too much for this track to be real with you.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Really, you didn't like this song?
not like that.
What?
Nah.
What? Why do you call it the Lost Verses? Is somebody was somebody missing off of the one that was released?
Um, let
Was
me
it
double
Twisted?
check because because there's an original version.
Mm,
Okay, so from what I've read, it's an interesting history. So there's an original version that was on the European version of the Volume 3 album, and Memphis Bleek he had to re-record his chorus,
mm,
and so they changed it to what because he said because that's J.E. and them. He changed it because that's Bleak and them and
mm.
stuff like that. And I guess Twista and Missy Elliott did something. It's kind of confusing, but
Wow, did not know that. That's why Bleak should this song should be on his own album and not on Jay Z's album. Like I know Jay was trying to boost his sales, but that's real confusing to people that don't have the European. I don't have the European version. I got the American one.
right,
So
right.
you know what I mean? I didn't even know that. So that's crazy. But I think Jay had the best verse again. I love his flow on it. He got like that fast flow. You know, when he's saying you had to see. She kept calling me big, and my name is Jay Z. She was all on my dick gradually. I got your bitch up in my rover, man. I never kiss her, never hold her hand. If I got diss her, I'm a bolder man. I'm a pimp her. It's over, man. Love that flow, man. Like I wish Jay, rhyme like that more often. Like I always liked when he was flipping his bars like fast like that, cause he had like a dope flow when he was going fast, and Missy on the chorus is dope, and Twista did his thing. Definitely my favorite track on this album. I think it's one of the best Memphis Bleek songs ever. You know,
Yeah, man. Definitely, definitely see what you're saying about this track and stuff like that. And the last track is Every Day. No, wait, In My Life, excuse me.
I like.
Very solid track. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much talking about life growing up.
Like,
It uses the Foreigner sample.
yeah,
I want to know what love is, which
classic.
I hate it.
You didn't like that song, really?
I'm so fucking tired
I wanna
of that.
know what love is.
I never even liked when Diana Ross sang it in the Motown Returns to the Apollo, and then Patty.
Wow.
Like when it comes to Foreigner, I'm mostly like the hard rock stuff.
Mhm.
Like feels like the first time. That's my shit. Hell, I even loved I Never Met a Girl Before. Like that track.
That was dope, yeah.
Yeah, but that I ne 80s power ballads. I I like them,
Mhm.
but sometimes they can be too sappy, too sentimental. Like, come
Right.
on. Anyway, yeah, it's a solid track minus the sample, so that's hard to say.
I thought it was dope, and hearing Bleak over that 80s sample, and he said I'm a soldier in this war, and I resemble my pops. I ain't nothing like him. That's where his criminal stops. So I thought it was like a nice way to end the album off.
Yeah, I definitely hear you on that. Definitely. All right, and that's all of the tracks off this album. Overall, first time listening to it, definitely a very solid album. Um, dare I say, I actually do like this a bit more than Coming of Age. I felt like, he definitely had like more things to talk about. He definitely stepped his pen game up. Um, You know, it's still not. There was still some things he still had yet to fix. Like he was still at times getting outshined by
Right.
his guests and stuff like that. You know, some of the song I felt like some was just kind of filler. He was trying
Right.
to chase that mainstream, that radio airplay.
Mm.
But overall, I actually do like this album. You know, definitely a solid joint. I will give this. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
Yes, I definitely feel like this is one of his best albums, and Bleak was never like lyrically strong to me. I always felt like yes, he did get outshined, but on a lot of the songs he was on, whether it was his albums or other people's albums, and um, but I felt like the production was dope on here. It's like about maybe two or three songs that sounded outdated, but is that your chick? I think that's like the best track on this album. Is probably his best hit ever in discography. Um, yeah, I think it's a solid four. Like I said, like I've heard his other albums. I feel like this is this one and 534 are like to me are his best. Made. It was okay. It wasn't great. The first one was okay. It wasn't great. I think this one and 534 like his best. I give this a four.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with that. Definitely. All right, and yeah, that was Memphis Bleak. The understanding. So I'm gonna stay on the air for a couple of minutes and shit. So this. So I'm guessing
Mhm.
the verses between Ti and Lil Wayne is canceled.
Oh God, again.
No, because Lil Wayne's going through his old gun charge thingamajig,
My I heard about that.
and I'm not
T.I.
seeing.
can't break.
You saw what?
I said T.I. can't catch a break. Who we gonna put T.I. up against? Maybe it's not meant for him to do a battle.
Well, maybe you should just done one with Buster, but
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he should have did one with Buster. The whole thing with Jeezy, I don't understand what happened with that. What about Fat Joe? Can we get Fat Joe and T.I.?
actually, that's not a bad battle.
Fat Joe been wanting to battle. I don't know who Fat Joe would battle because I don't know who he would battle.
Put Fat Joe against Twister.
Twisted. I don't even like comparing. Like, I don't even like matching up the South and the East artists because it's like a lot of them are so different from each other. You know, but it's like I don't know. Like T.I. got to if he want to battle, you got to battle somebody.
Right.
Common, are you free?
Common, hell no. Common would
No.
have. Wait,
So you think Common would? Well, I mean, he got to have like a fair chance. Like the only chance I
that would
felt like
be
he had was against Jeezy. You
shit.
know, when he went into Battle 50, I felt like 50 could take him, and then Buster, I felt like Buster could have beaten him, and so I'm like, well, we gotta get him somebody that he have a fair shot against. If it's not Fat Joe, who is it gonna be? Twister,
Yeah.
T.I. and Twister. I wanted T.I. against Rick Ross. That was what I originally wanted. I wanted that matchup like months ago. You know, Instead we got Ross and Two Chainz.
Two Chainz.
I feel like that T.I. and Ross battle would have been a way better matchup, but you know, um, I don't know, T.I. and Twister, would that be good? I don't know. Fat Joe. I don't know who you put up against Fat Joe. LL Cool J?
Hell no.
No, you think
LL
LL
would
will beat him?
wash.
LL will beat him?
LL would wash Joe.
Fat Joe got hits now. Like,
See, Joe got hit, but LL got anthems.
what's the biggest Fat Joe anthem? Lean Back.
Yeah, lean back.
What's Love?
Hell no. I wouldn't call it an anthem. Like
That
Loki,
shit is big.
Loki, I can't even name songs from like his older albums because to be honest, his older albums have like occult followings and shit
Right,
compared to like the post Don Cartagena era.
right. Yeah,
With
that's
love.
the
Yeah.
2000s. He was chasing radio, and it's like he only gave us like those two big hits. The other stuff didn't really hit. I mean, We Thuggin', that was a hit, but it wasn't like an anthem.
Hell, dude, Run DMC versus NWA or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know who T.I. gonna battle. It gotta be, I don't know. It gotta be somebody good. He could have battled Ludacris instead. We got Luda and Nelly. Again, I think Swizz and Timberland making these matchups when they drinking. You know, Ashanti and Keisha Cole. I don't get that.
I'm gonna stay on the air till like 155, and I'll
Yeah,
just so I can save
good
like.
broadcast this the battle.
Yeah, I might do it tomorrow because I have I forgot I gotta like drop my friend off somewhere, and I got a meeting at 7. So hopefully I can still do it. If I don't like broadcast it exactly on the time, I'll probably just do it through Insta or some shit. I don't know. Part of me wants to do it. Part of me don't want to do it.
Right,
Because part of me wants to save that heat for the Lil Kim and Foxy.
right. Whenever that is,
Right.
he's really getting that. That's gonna be huge. That's the match I want to see. Kim and Foxy.
I'm telling you, if Foxy plays Bang Bang, it's gonna be a wrap.
Man. Mm-mm-mm.
It's gonna be like
Countless features and remixes and all that. So wasn't they like on some of the same remixes and shit?
yeah, the
Total Jam?
no one else.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say the was she on the ladies night? She wasn't on the ladies
No,
night.
not Foxy. Kim was
Remember they was supposed to do the Delma and Louise joint,
right. That never happened. That would have been a monumental album if you got that.
but that's gonna be crazy.
That's definitely that's the matchup I want to see. Ashanti and Keisha Cole.
I wonder what weave Keisha Cole's gonna wear.
I wonder what Ashanti gonna wear. She gonna be half naked.
I bet you Ashanti's gonna wear like a sweater.
A sweater.
Yeah,
And she always naked every time I see her on Instagram pictures. She always wearing some swimsuit or something.
but Keisha just needs to leave her family out of it. I'm sorry.
Huh? Keisha?
She just needs to leave her family out of it. I don't want to see them family in the show. Okay.
Oh Lord. Probably like nephew.
Frankie and nephew. Jesus. And that's the reason why her career went down because when she
Mhm.
started showing her family, no one didn't give a
Yeah,
fuck about music.
exactly. And I'm like, why does she have a reality show? Like you just started. How you have your own reality show?
Exactly.
Showing your ratchet family, nephew and her mother, and I couldn't watch that shit.
And niggas call New York's mom ghetto and shit, man. New York's mom's a saint compared to nephew.
I could not watch that. I'm like, this make me not want to listen to Keisha Cole now.
Then they're gonna get mad because Keisha wanted to separate. I'm like, yeah, bitch, because she forgot she makes fucking music.
Exactly. Y'all making her look some type of way. She just looked like the step kid in that family that don't belong there. Like, I'm like,
Right.
are these people like related to her? I'm like, is Frankie a nephew related to her? Because she don't fit in with them. You know,
That's what I wonder sometimes.
crazy. I guess that's Oakland folk for you. I don't know.
I wonder if Pac knew them, low key.
Well, I heard Pac was the one that discovered her. Wasn't she like a part of Drum Recital or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said that I remember when she first came out, she was saying that she used to roll with Pac. I'm like, well, like I never seen her with Pac. So when the hell was she rolling with Pac?
It was like by 95, 96, because
Right.
I remember I read somewhere that she was also close to Hammer too.
Amber Rose?
No, MC Hammer.
Oh, MC Hammer. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the open connection. Okay. And she was gonna be on Machiavelli Records.
Yep.
Wow. I know Pac definitely would have promoted her because that's how he was with his artists. But I never heard nothing with her and Pac, or I never seen it like videos with him or nothing.
That's because like she was like a little girl, pretty
Oh,
much.
she was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I remember that song, the player
Hmm.
cards right.
Yeah.
Cause that was a big song back in like '06, '05 and shit.
Right. Right.
Then they had the male version with Ludacris.
Right.
That beat was kind of. I actually like that song. That I might actually replay that. Hold up.
Yeah. Pac definitely would have looked out for her.
It was way better than that stupid ass Pox Life song with Ashanti,
Oh, Lord.
Ti.
I prefer the original with the Prince sample.
Same. I remember they overhyped that album back in '06, the Pox Life album.
Right.
Oh my god. And I actually did buy it. I was like, maybe.
Right.
I was like, okay, this might actually be a good guy album. Because when I was young, I admit there was songs like Untouchable with the Bone Thugs I liked.
Mhm.
I liked the Soon as I Get Home joint, I did like that.
Right.
Of course, the Player Cards, but then when I grew up and I actually listened
Mhm.
and bought Tupac's albums and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this was a cash grab.
Hmm. Yep.
And then they're gonna have the nerve to have a album cover with Pac in a fucking suit or some shit like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Crazy.
And mind you, that was the last posthumous Tupac album that they came out with.
Hmm. They realized it wasn't good.
Because they said they were gonna come out with one.
Mhm.
Um, I want to say they were gonna come out with one pretty much around the time when the All Eyes on Me movie came out.
Right.
But no, when that movie didn't really do too good, I guess they just scrapped it.
It was
'Cause
supposed to be wasn't it coming out with like an album with like all the OGs tracks?
yeah, they were trying to do some shit like that. But sample clearances also played a part on that too.
Those tracks just gonna be on the internet forever.
Right. I need to hear that Daz and Tupac shit because those are like in its original forms.
Oh, don't go to sleep.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, I think I still have that in my Dropbox. I was on this West Coast site like years ago, and like somebody just had like the Dropbox with all the OG stuff, and I just downloaded all of it. That was cool. That was different. Like to hear Pac and Dez. I didn't know Pac and Dez had that many tracks together.
Oh yeah, Pac and Daz did a lot of work
Yeah.
in Death Row. Like it was mostly Johnny J and
Mhm.
Daz and Quick.
Mhm.
Dre did some stuff, but Dre really wasn't working with Pac like that.
Right.
Let's just be real.
Right. Right. And he still got a platinum plaque for All Eyes on Me,
Yep.
for working on it. It's crazy.
Because legend has it that Pac didn't really like a lot of them niggas in Death Row besides like Snoop and
Right.
Suge because allegedly he blamed Dre and Snoop for stealing a lot of like the Bay Area slang for the
Oh,
Chronic and Doggy Style
right.
and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Especially because Spice One and Too Short,
Mhm.
they were of course using like the biatch and stuff like that. Dre and Snoop, they
Mhm.
started saying that a lot in their rhymes, like and stuff. And
Right.
Pac took offense to that.
And they were cool with Pac too, right? Spice One and Too Short.
Yeah, those were Pac's ride or dies.
Yeah. Well, that's why they. He was like, "Yo, jacking my homeboy slang and all that."
Yeah, like Pac was cool with Scarface, Spice
Mhm.
One,
Yeah,
um, Too Short, MC Breed. Yeah, man. He even had love for Jasmine Guy, Jada Pinkett,
right.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey too. Wow.
Yeah, Jim Carrey used to write letters to him in prison
What? This dude
just to
knew
make him
like
laugh.
everybody. Versace and all them was down with him.
Yeah, Tony Danza.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke.
Yep.
Crazy.
And you know what I recently found out?
Mm,
So you remember that rumor about Janet wanting Pac to do an AIDS test?
mm,
So allegedly, it has been proven that John Singleton was the one who started the rumor as a joke,
mm,
and Janet just ran along with it because Janet didn't really say anything about it because a lot of people really did think it was she, but she revealed it, I think, years ago.
mm.
And the fact that what was I about to say? And the song "Got My Mind Made Up."
Right,
Pac had a line that said, "Rhythm Nation, forgive me, Janet," and stuff
right.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because of that shit. Because I guess the niggas were actually looking at Janet Jackson the wrong way.
Mm.
And mind you, Pac said some shit about Michael Jackson
Oh.
in an early '90s interview,
Mm.
talking about how celebrities won't give that much. And he actually blamed Michael Jackson when people say Michael Jackson actually does a lot. That shit, but it doesn't like really get publicized a lot. He actually apologized to Jackson and stuff like that.
Crazy. Michael said, I remember what you said about me, Pac, and I'm gonna do a song with Biggie.
You know what? That's
Mhm.
the best comment of the night.
Yep.
This time around,
Hmm.
taking your
That
shit.
was that was 95. So
He really thought he really had control.
mhm.
See now looking at that line now, damn, that kind of hits
Yeah,
different after you said that.
yeah. Michael wasn't stupid. He was aware of everything that was going on. You know.
The best track off the History album.
Yes, definitely. They are so bad. I'm so sad they didn't do a video for that, man, because that would have been epic. Biggie and Michael, crazy.
Yeah, man. Like niggas be sleeping on that track and
Hmm.
shit. Like,
For real.
and they were speaking with some real shit too.
Yeah.
Cause at first when I listened to it, I thought he was talking about Joe Jackson or some
Mm.
shit. Cause the line like he really thought he really had control on me.
Right.
I was like, oh my. But then also if you even look deeper, he's talking about the media.
Hmm.
Then
Yeah.
Bleek talking about tap phones and
Mm.
shit like that. Like I'm just like, okay, this shit right here. And that was around the time when Pac got shot.
Right.
Like very interesting track right there.
Hmm. That's that whole album he was mad at the media.
Oh yeah, that album, he was mad. I
Yeah.
even say he was kind of mad in Dangerous too, but
Dangerous. Yeah.
that was like his, dare I say, his woke album.
Right. And rightfully so. Like when you taking this man to court twice in 10 years over the same charges, like I'd be mad too.
Can you imagine if he would have dropped an album like in the mid 2000s?
Crazy. He was supposed to. He was working with like mad producers for that album.
Yeah, but he couldn't because Sony was like literally
Mhm.
trying to take this man, ruin this man's legacy and shit. Time to total bitch ass.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta watch Mike Tyson's Vlad interview and shit.
Lord.
Niggas were hyping that shit. I just got done. I'm done watching Shaka Khan's.
Mhm.
I'm about to watch Leon's Vlad interview. Then I know that kid from Kid and Play is doing another Vlad interview and shit. I guess he's gonna be the next Lord Jamar.
Um,
No, I think that's Faison Love's job actually. Excuse me, because Faison Love, he's actually Faison Love. I have to say, when did he start knowing about gangs and shit? I have to be real. Now all of a sudden, this nigga is talking about Davies ain't a real
mhm.
gang member or some
Oh
bullshit.
God. Really?
I want to see that. This is how Niggas, this is how niggas get fucking arrested because motherfuckers like Faison,
Yep.
they always want to run their fucking mouth.
Yep.
You know they're gonna end up like fucking
Yep.
Casanova.
You get his ass beat. And it's gonna be funny.
That's why Pee Wee Long's talking, or Pee Wee Longway, or whatever his name is. I love this Vlad interview and shit like that because Vlad was like, so what was about this arrest that happened? Tell me about what happened in. I'm like, nigga, we here to talk about music and shit. What the fuck you talking about? That's why I'm glad Tretch walked away from that fucking interview and shit.
Right. That's
And
funny.
then even like you don't even fucking know like he's gonna say, oh, what year was Ice Cube's It Was a Good Day released and stuff like that. I'm just like, now you call yourself a hip hop head.
Exactly.
You see, you thought that was released in 1996 when he interviewed Cam. I'm like, nigga, really? Because every time he interviews, he always talking about so Ice Cube a real gangster. Like, nigga, we know Ice Cube is not a. Everyone knows Ice Cube not no real gangster and shit like that. So what the fuck is he talking about?
Crazy.
That's why the Vlad interview where he was arguing with Akon. That shit was funny as fuck because Akon was talking about why he did a song with Takashi, which I'm looking at Akon like, yeah, I gotta give you the side eye on that. You know, he did the Locked Up remix and shit like that. And Akon was just like, everyone deserves a second chance and some shit like that.
Really, Akon?
I'm like, nigga, once you fighting for Africa, like, how you fighting for Africa? You gonna support a snitch? What's the logic? Locked up, they won't let me out. Oh,
Man.
Why do what I do? A truck got stolen. Yo, I'm sorry, Akon was the original Drake. In a good way.
Well, I didn't hear him rap, so.
I mean, Akon, he rapped in some songs and shit.
Oh, I never listened to none of his albums.
I would recommend his first 2 or 3.
The first one, okay.
Well, actually, he only dropped 3 albums, so let me stop.
He's longer than that. He's been around forever.
Because he actually got in some trouble where he almost got blacklisted, where he was dancing with some girl in some club or some shit.
Yeah, I remember that. I think TMZ was talking about that years ago.
Yeah, that's why he came out with that song Blame It On Me.
I remember that.
So you can put the blame on me.
Oh my god.
I didn't know she was on the edge. Oh my god. That video was so hilarious. Why do what I do?
I didn't like that song they with Eminem. That's Smack That.
Smack That.
Oh. Eminem sounded horrible. The worst of the 2000s. Oh man, that was bad. I'm like, this is and they played it on the radio like it's a big hit. I'm like, this with Eminem? No.
Remember that song Jimmy Crackhorn? Jimmy Crackhorn.
Oh my god.
That was when Eminem got really kind of fat too, when he was wearing the baggy. Them drugs was really messing him up shit.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry. I have to say, like, you're a white rapper. Obviously, you had to be on drugs and shit. Like, damn. I'm not even trying to be funny. But let me stop before he finds this shit. He might diss me or some shit.
That's all he was rocking was like Nike. Now Eminem was rocking. He never stopped rocking the jogging suits. Like they never went out of style. Even when Eminem was rocking it. You know? That's all he was rocking. It was Echo and Nike jogging suits.
Shit. Jimmy Crackhorn,
Man, terrible.
but voice the 5'9" Malcolm X diss track though.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Yeah. Versus man.
We gotta stop.
Versus man.
I remember that Beef 2 movie. This nigga Bazaar was running his life like, nigga, the tour is named Anger Management. You said fuck anime. The tour is named.
With a shower cap on his head.
You said what?
With a shower cap on his head.
Bro, I think
Bizarre.
I can't even take this nigga serious.
For real, like, I'm like, what is Bizarre wearing? Like, bro? You have a tattoo on your pot belly and you got a shower cap on. Like, who taking him seriously, yo?
Oh my god. This nigga voice said Lil Bizarre's fat ass for the cheeseburger. Jimmy Crackhorn. Remember that one track When I'm Gone?
That was actually decent.
For real.
When I'm gone, that whole encore album was bad.
For real.
That was terrible. Still is one of his worst ones. Top 3.
And that song should have been on Encore, low key.
Right.
But we had Like Toy Soldiers.
I actually like Toy Soldiers, but it's only like maybe 8 or 9 songs I like. It's like those other songs was bad.
Man, you like more than me, shit. That's
I
like
like Mosh. I like Toy Soldiers. I like Mockingbird. Evil Deeds. That's like that was so funny. I can't even take it seriously. Like the song is funny, and then when you see the video, it's even funnier. You know, I'm like, why is he fascinated with all sorts of niggas' accent, yo?
Yeah, the fact that Stevie Wonder said a Just Lose It video is so disrespectful.
Oh god.
Talking about Eminem, we want the ghetto pass back.
Oh my lord. And Stevie's blind and he's saying that. What is that saying? A blind man saying this bad.
This Steve Harvey got at Eminem too.
Wow.
Then Michael Jackson won when he bought Eminem's Polish.
That was bad.
Like, don't fuck with Michael.
Yeah, yo.
I wonder who owns the publishing now and shit.
Michael?
I think probably Eminem. I don't know.
The publishing for what?
Eminem's music.
I would think he owned his own. Don't he own his own masters?
Who, Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think he does now.
Did he always own it, or was it Interscope?
I think Interscope.
Oh, Interscope. Prince didn't teach none of them nothing. Like, own your masters.
Exactly. Now Lil Wayne selling his masters. Bob Dylan sold his masters, his catalog.
Weezy sold his masters to
Who?
Weezy, you said?
Yeah, Lil Wayne and Bob Dylan sold their masters.
What? To who?
Weezy sold it to Universal. I don't know who Bob Dylan sold his to. I'm like, Bob Dylan.
He want to sell his masters for what?
Yeah, something's going on right now. Something's going on. I think Weezy.
That's what it is.
I personally think Weezy sold his masters because he's going back to prison and he needs some lawyer fees.
Right. He not rich. I thought he was rich.
Then I heard he went bankrupt a couple times.
Oh my god! What the hell?
And Weezy is not really that good with money. I heard he's not really that good with money and shit.
Wow. All those jewels and cars and stuff he had
rented.
Wow. So he don't own nothing.
Maybe he can have his good buddy Trump bail him out.
Birdman got like hundreds of cars. That's probably where the money went.
Watch what you say.
That is crazy. These cats, we be thinking these cats is rich and they don't have. That's retarded.
Shit.
Wow.
They got you brainwashed and shit.
Mm-hmm. I thought Weezy was rich. He need to be dropping shit every month. Then if he broke like that, give us Carter 6, 7, and 8.
You gotta remember, he also was in that lawsuit with Birdman and shit too. Which,
So he lost money because behind that.
yep.
It was cheaper for him to just do shit with Birdman, man. 'Cause that's crazy. Um, and then he have his own label. Yeah, he have Squad Up, not Squad Up. Young Money. Like what? He not making money off of Nicki and Drake,
I'm not too sure about that because you know Drake got OVO now,
right? Oh, Drake on his own label,
and you know Nicki,
right?
she quote unquote retiring soon and shit.
Oh wow. What more can she do? She done everything. You know, he's a mother now.
Miss Petty, Nicki Minaj Petty.
I want to see Nicki properly go after Remy before she retire. She got to do that. Cause I don't think that she properly went at him. You know,
Loki, Nicki's diss tracks, man, I have mixed feelings about that. Like tragedy diss tracks look like
right?
tragedy. Like
Cause it's like after Remy got at her, it's like she ain't been the same since then, and she been real petty, and you know, Cardi B blew up, and I feel like she didn't expect that to happen. You know,
but I love to verse on Make Love, the track she did with Gucci.
and, uh, Nicki could just give us one last album and call it a day. You know, I would have loved to hear like an album with her, Drake, and Weezy, when they were like talking about
I don't know about all that though, but okay.
that. There was one point they were talking about doing a collab album together. Instead, we got the Young Money album.
I remember that Young Money album was big back in
Yeah,
'09 and
yeah.
2010. Bedrock,
Mm-hmm,
We Be Steady Mobbing. Like,
mm-hmm.
I can make you bed. Ooh, that nigga Lloyd. Ooh, baby, I'ma stuck to you like glue. But he said I be stuck to you like glue. My room, Mr. G Spot.
Well,
Call me Mr.
give us that
Fenster.
the long-awaited Jewels and Weezy album. Give us that. We need that. Where's Jewels? He's been out of prison. I ain't hear no new music from him.
Wait, Joel's is out of prison?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
you didn't know, right? You would never know because he ain't come up with shit.
Nah, I never know shit. I thought he was still in prison.
He came. I think he came out like was it not Thanksgiving? It might have been before Thanksgiving,
Oh wow.
but he ain't come out with shit yet. He should have been already dropping something like straight to the studio. That's what
But
Pac did.
he's taking his time for well, he's taking his time. Watch 2020 when he's gonna drop some shit.
Hopefully, we give us
No,
that Weezy and Jewel's album. Like they never come out with that. Let's do a
man.
whole album together.
I don't care about that album no
You don't
more.
care for that album?
I've never really been a big Jewels. I've never really been a big Dipset fan, but Jewels, he's like
Mm,
one of those cats that had potential,
right.
but he never lived up to his
Yeah,
potential.
he got too they got too rich early and then they started fucking him. Like now Jim on the other hand, he was smart because
Right.
he saw the bullshit. He's like, oh, Jewel's not coming out and Cam mad at me, I'm gonna do my own thing. That's what he did. You know? And I never would expect that from Jim. I thought Jim wasn't gonna be a artist at all. I'm like he definitely did his thing when Dipset was on hiatus.
I low key have a new respect for Jim.
Yes, definitely. He cocky too, but he definitely made himself into a artist.
He did.
You
The
know?
El Capo album to this day, that's probably
Yes.
one of the best hip hop albums of the last decade, in my opinion.
Right. That's definitely one of his best albums.
And mind you, I'm not the biggest Dipset fan though.
Right.
I'm,
I'm a huge Dipset fan, and then it's like Bird Gang. I was a big Bird Gang fan when he started Bird Gang with Mel Matrix and Stack and Max B. Because he was it was like yo like a lot of these dudes was like keeping their cliques like relevant, like Sean Price with Duck Down and Ghost with Wu Tang and Jim with Dipset. It was like, what the hell happened to everybody else?
because they're trying to do some all that extra bullshit. They're trying to do some.
You know,
Like they're trying to get into acting, or they're trying,
right?
or
I'm
maybe
like,
they just have label issues too.
well, shit. It's like Wu-Tang had so many artists. Where the hell was everybody else during this time? With the exception of Red and Meth. You know what I mean?
Like
Ray
Red's
was
not
there.
even in Wu-Tang.
Ray was there, right? And Ray was there, but he wasn't dropping good shit back then until Cuban Link 2 came out. You know what I'm saying? And I slept on a lot of those albums, all those You Got albums and Master Killer and Capadonna.
Master Killer's first album was an underrated classic, in
Yes.
my opinion. We have
And
to talk about that one day.
yes, For the Pillage. And that's the only album I've heard. Now I have never heard Yin and the Yang, and but the seller that sent me the hall back in February, that was he was supposed to put that in the hall and he forgot to put that in the hall.
What, Yin and Yang?
Yeah, because he had Yin and Yang.
You're lucky. You just got saved.
It wasn't good.
You should
I
thank him.
never heard none of his other albums. I heard it was bad.
Yeah, Yin and Yang was horrendous.
Maybe that's why he didn't put it in there.
He 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 saved your ass. He saved your ass, man.
Wow. Yep. I never heard no other Capadonna album. So I
Yeah,
remember when he came out, but never heard them.
yeah, because the difference with the Pillage,
Mm.
it was like more street,
Right.
more. It had the definite basement Wu sound. Yin and Yang, it sounded like every other 2000
Wow.
album at that time. That was my main issue with it, and I was, as a Wu head, I was very disappointed.
Crazy. Like where was Duck Down? Like they were putting out fucking click albums that people slept on. There was no OGC, still no OGC.
See,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ducktown, after the OGC's The Storm and they came out for the people, it took them a while for them to get back on the right spot too. So
right. And Sean Price is doing this thing and Ghost and I'm like, yo, like what the hell? You know, Jim was doing his own thing, and I wasn't even a big Jim Jones fan like that. I'm like, shit, you Jim dropping the hot shit. Crazy.
it's like when 50 came out, all New York cats were scared and shit.
Right. And then it's like, and then 50 got mad at Banks and Yale because they were like, he was like, yo, y'all being lazy. Y'all wait until I come out with shit. Y'all got to be your own artists. And Yayo still ain't get that memo. He ain't get that memo yet. You know?
Ja use a window shopper. Mad at me. I think I know why.
Banks come out every now and then, but it's not the same for them. It's like they just got rich quick and they said fuck it. Like this is what it is.
Summertime is when the nigga will be. I'm on the kid. Yo, to be honest, man, we have to talk about the Get Rich or Die Trying movie.
Yes. Joy Bryant, man. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Good as hell now.
So what?
Joy Bryant, remember her?
Oh shit.
Yeah. She's on For Life now. She plays the guy Aaron's wife.
Ja use a window.
Yep.
Did Murder Inc. come out with some movies too?
They did?
I could be wrong though, but
No, I don't remember seeing it. He probably was gonna go in that direction anyway. Ja Rule was in some movies, but it wasn't good.
oh god.
He was in it was an Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal. I think he was in that. I didn't like that.
Remember back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
trash.
um, another one he was in some zombie film.
Ja Rule.
Like Ja Rule a zombie? Wow, that's a stretch.
Yeah, he's trying to go for that MTV
Mm-hmm.
video, MTV music award, whatever.
He on growing up hip hop with his kids. Like, oh, what you doing, Ja?
Trying to stay relevant, huh?
Yep, that seemed to be the way to go for reality shows.
Right. They always trying to be saying some shit like, "It's for my family. I'm very proud of this." I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
nigga.
He's working on music. I'm like, what music? He ain't dropped an album in years.
Right, the show nigga in the studio and shit like that.
Yeah,
That's what
you
we
in the
sound like.
studio. It take you 10 years to come up with an album. You in the studio.
I remember, I think 50 Cent was saying some shit. Bro, when that festival happened, oh my god. 50 Cent was just having a day. He's like, what we have here. I be feeling so sorry for Ja Rule sometimes. It's like every time he just tries to make a comeback, he just can never get it right. Like,
Maybe he don't need Gotti to make a comeback with. That's what he ever should think about that. Like maybe you don't need Gotti to come back with. Just go a different route. You know, crazy.
it's the rule. I always thought at first Ja Rule was a fake ass DMX at first.
So the DMX.
Right. But all them niggas, all them Murder Inc. super group, they really fuck with one another like that.
They didn't really have a variety on that label. I mean, you got after John Ashanti, you have Cadillac Time, Black Child,
Oh god.
and then you got Charlie, and Charlie should have came out, and she never did.
Yeah. I remember 50 said Cadillac, y'all will never sell. and, and they never came out with no albums.
Nothing crazy.
But
They
they
didn't get
came
a
out.
chance to because that's when they Gotti got caught up with that case with him and his brother for the money. I think if that didn't happen, they probably would have came out, but
I agree.
they focused too much on Ja Rule and Ashanti. I'm like, well, look at the damn roster. Like y'all got other people on the roster. Y'all focus on two others.
And then when they focus on Lloyd and shit.
Right, and then Lloyd come out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell?
See you on the south side.
Never liked him.
You never like Lloyd?
Nah. Him and Ashanti, I don't care for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was always about Ja Rule, and I was like, yo, Charlie on the label. They need to get Charlie out. They need to get Black Child out. But I never cared for everybody else on the like.
That's what they call that. That's when they started calling themselves the Ink.
The Ink. Like, what is this? The Ink.
Oh
They patting themselves too much like Death Row. Too much. I'm like, Gotti might have been talking for Suge Knight for all we know.
man, guy trying to make it like Bad Boy record. Let's stop
Yeah.
there. Cause they jack all the Bad Boys instrumentals and shit.
Right. Right.
See, my days are gone. I'll you that
Oh, Lord.
One More Chance remix
Right.
and shit.
Crazy.
Then they had the audacity to have the Foolish remix featuring Biggie, and you know Puffy had to be like, "Bad Boy." You know how
and Puffy put that on that remix album.
right, Bad Boy.
I'm like, hold up, Ashanti ain't no bad boy.
But you didn't put no Craig Mack shit. Okay.
Right, exactly. No get down remix. Like I love that remix.
Can we get down? Get on down.
Yep.
Yo, remember that one remix not remix that one Super Cat Dolly My Baby remix
Right.
when Puffy tried to rap like he's from Jamaica and shit.
Oh my god, he sounds like crap.
It's the bad boy. Stop making noise.
He sounded like garbage. Oh, that's when I knew Puffy couldn't rap from that all the way back then.
Puff Daddy making
Jesse West, he tried to sound like Jesse West. He sounded bad too.
man, he tried to sound like Onyx, man. Let's stop there.
What the fuck is
It's the bad boy stuff. Then Big had to say that song. He even dropped a 416 and shit.
Can you imagine if Big wasn't on that remix?
It would just been Third Eye and Puff. Nigga won't even take up a bad boy.
That would have been the worst remix ever, and a reggae remix of that.
I love it when you call me Big Pop. Pop.
Man.
The show stop.
That's why they say Biggie for last, so that we can forget about those verses.
Super cat, pass the cat. Ah,
Yo.
you shivering. And that was when Biggie's voice was more raw and high pitched and shit.
Right, right.
Because by like late 93, 94, Puffy wanted him to do that smooth flow and shit.
How old was Big? Like 19 then?
He was like 20.
Oh, 20.
Ding, 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 ding. Super Cat. Whatever happened to Super Cat?
Supercat, he came out with a new single on Salam Remy's album.
Oh shit.
He came out this summer. He got like long hair now. I want to hear a new Supercat album. I hope Salam do it.
I love it when you call me. Yes, Salam's a good producer. I just didn't like shit with Nas like that.
Yeah, he's dope. And he said he got like a bunch of Nas unreleased joints he did.
Maybe they should stay unreleased.
Well, he did most of Godson, right? I know he did Made You Look.
He did a good amount. I know Alchemist did a good amount too.
Right. He had like songs from like that, those sessions.
But starting with Streets Disciple, that's when I'm like, okay. Because even though Godson, it did have some bad beats.
Mm.
The thing Nas was going through, we let it slide.
Right.
Because Nas was still at his peak. You know, he was still winning with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
We let it slide. Streets Disciple, yeah. It's like, okay, Nas.
There's some songs I like on that album. It wasn't great. You got some songs you got left off.
Ooh, fuck. All right. Yeah, Nas, man, nasty Nas. Nas Escobar. But yeah, I'm about to end off this video because I went a bit over time. But I'm gonna call you right back and shit. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Memphis Bleek.
Yes.
The understanding. Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop this sometime next week and stuff like that too. So
all right, cool.
I'm gonna do some edits and stuff like that. So hope everyone has a good night. Stay safe. Holiday shopping. I gotta start my Christmas list and shit. Niggas ain't getting shit though, but peace.
Peace.